Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Kingdom. I am your host, Master Draco, of course. So, I got a deck profile for you guys. It is Dogmatika, alright, but it has a little twist to it. I'm putting a lot of interest in this deck, a lot of playtesting, and this last Wednesday, I took it to locals, and I got like 4th, which it more of like a glass
I thought
cannon.
you got 3rd.
No, not this week. Last week.
Okay.
Last week, I think I got 4th or 5th, whatever, but it was like a glass cannon build. But I slimmed down some stuff. I took out cards, added cards, and then I got 3rd yesterday, I would say, because today's Thursday. So, so I got 3rd Wednesday, and then 2nd, 1st split. So I think I did really well with this deck. I did misplay round 1, which sucked, and that kind of put me in not really in a bad mood because the match was good, but just they all kind of set it off a little bit. But I won my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round. It was either easy 2-0 or 2-1. So yeah. Without further ado, I'm not gonna make you guys wait anymore. This is Dogmatika with a twist. All right. So for Dogmatika, you play 3 Reclusia. Obviously, so if there is a monster special from the extra deck on the field, you can reveal the specialist, and then when it's normal special, you can search out a Dogmatika card, which is really cool because going first, if you don't have any good trap cards in your hand already, depending on what you're playing, I would just search out Punishment and sit on it, and then go out. Then next turn, if you have the D or whatever, you can do another one. So which isn't bad. So I usually just search off the Judgment because Judgment's a really good trap card. And then it can't be destroyed by monsters from the extra deck, which is really cool. This one I play 2 Maximus. Most people don't really play 2 or even play any at all, but I do like the Maximus for the Schism play. That's pretty much all it is, and plus it's a good monster to sit on in defense for Ash Dragon. So if you special summon it, it's like, okay, it's a 3000 booty that most people can't really get over turn 1, generally, unless even with that, so... and plus, it has effect every main phase. You can send 2 monsters with different names from your extra deck to the grave, and then your opponent sends 2 from theirs. Doesn't matter what 2 because they don't have to be specific. And you can just keep popping stuff. If you send Omega and Intis, you can pop a card, shuffle back Intis and Omega, so that's a good interaction. Or pretty cool. And you can just keep popping stuff left and right, unless you send 2 Intis or Intis and something else. So I don't know. It's usually just for the app cologne. So. And then I play triple Fleur-de-Lis. This is more of a pure-ish build. I don't know why people don't play more than 3 Felice or Fleur-de-Lis. It's just really good during main phase. Your opponent has your opponent has an extra deck monster out. You can just quick play, summon it in your main phase, and then attack, and all Dogmatikas gain an extra 500 boost permanent. So, and plus this does, I keep forgetting that this can negate monsters. So, yeah, which is really cool. It doesn't target, which is nice. Alright, so here's the interesting part. I'm playing 3 Planet Pathfinder. Weird. Don't know the field spell yet? You won't until you see the next card. But going forward, I think I will cut this down because I do play a lot of field spell searching on top of this. So I may take these out, and plus it's not a dark for Schism. So if you don't know what this does, tribute it off to add a field spell from your deck to the hand. Next card you're going to know. 3 Numaron Wall. Okay, so you discard this to activate Numaron Network from your deck. Also, when you take battle damage, you can special summon this card. It's like a battle fader, and it ends the battle phase, which is kind of nice. I mean, how do you survive for a turn? So, for there's that, and then definitely 3 Ash Blossom because that is the best hand trap in the game and the last monster to play. I was playing Phantasme, and Phantasme hurt, so that kind of sucked. Oh yeah, so that's a pretty low monster count, but it's gotten there. I kind of like it. For spells, played Terraforming, which is only at 1, so other field spell searcher. I got in my 2 droplets this week, so I played 2. This card is phenomenal. It saved me twice. It's ridiculous. It's like, okay, so if you don't know, it's a skill drain, quick play skill drain. And so you choose what monsters it doesn't target, so you choose what monsters you negate, and plus whatever you discard is cost, so like monster spell or trap, your opponent can't respond with a monster spell or trap depending on what you discard. So they can, so if you activate this, send a trap card to negate an important monster, they can't Solemn Judgment this. Because it sends this cost and they can't respond with a trap card. So I play 2 Numaron Calling. It's fine at 2. It's perfect. Online, doing testing. I would always decide this out game 2, and it would hurt me. So I never cite this out anymore. And then 3 Numaron Network, obviously. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to cut down the Planet Pathfinder. I think that's the best one to cut. And put in like Imperia maybe, or something that helps with drawing. More traps, I think. So, whatever case is. 3 Call by the Grave, because this deck is fragile to hand traps, even when you make, yes, the Utopic Zexal lock, which is very fragile. People say it needs to be banned, and it doesn't, because you can still respond to it. Triple Need to Your Servant, one of the most expensive cards in this deck. It's like $80, not to flex, wink. So what you do is you send a, to activate this, you send a extra deck monster's cost, and then you add a monster for your deck or graveyard to your hand equal or less than its attack. So, and plus when you send Intis, you can pop a card, so which is cool. You can get around a lot of stuff. That's it for the spells. You play 1 Schism for traps. I opt to play 2 Punishment. It works. I like it. I'm never cutting it down. I play 3 Impermanents, and then 3 Strike. Secrets. Flex. But yeah, no, I think this trap line was really good. I saw some OCG player builds running Judgments as well. Judgment's good, but I think I like Strike more. So going first, you have the Call by the Grave to stop to make sure the network goes through so they don't ogre it. And then the Strike is for the, if you have a Zexal and the Strike backed up and your opponent goes, or if you detach, opponent goes like Gamma or Effect Veiler, you can just strike it, and since it's supposed to be 3, they can't chain upon it unless it's a counter trap. So yeah, they pretty much says no automatically, so they can not, you officially know you cannot, your opponent can't play a turn. So yeah, I'm rambling a lot, I'm sorry. But these do look good though. Alright, so for the extra deck, it's extremely tight, so bear with me on it. With this deck I was playing Memories of Hope, which it worked, but it was just bricks. Who would have thought, right? So number S0, Utopic Zexal. It's really good. You can only make it with 3 number monsters, 3 Exceed number monsters. Then you play Gate 1, Gate 2, Gate 3, and Gate 4. I still opted to play the 4 gates because I didn't want to miss out on OTK. So if I took Gate 4 out or whatever, and I could have OTK'd through 4th gate, and I left my opponent down with like X amount of life, and they come back, I'm going to be pissed. So that's why I still opted to play the 4 gates, even though I'm not playing Memories of Hope. Alright, so I play 1 Ash Dragon. It's like a Scarm during the end phase. You can either add from deck to hand or special summon from deck, which is really cool because you still get your Maximus, or you didn't summon Reclusia or something, so that does it. 2 Intis, because it's not once per turn. Funny enough. App Clone, Construct, and Winda, which is, you want to send the App Clone, then you can make the Winda, or yeah, you can make the Winda and then the Construct later, which is really nice. You want to you don't want to try and banish this off of Maximus as best as you can, because so when I tried to explain it to one of my teammates, he didn't understand it. So if you send this off of Maximus, then you have at least 2 targets live. But if you have to banish off of Maximus, you only have 1 target live, which is weird to say or weird to think about. But trust me on it, you need to at least send this off of Maximus. Anything other than you have to banish it off Maximus, it's not going to be good in the long run. For other weird niche cards, Wind Pegasus really is clutch. I'm glad I played it, which I misplayed round 1. I played the Nova and I played the Macabre. I do play Reaper in the side for the mirror match for the Invoked, but Nova is just for Maximus, so I can send this and send Wind Pegasus, or send this and send Intis, or send this and send Ash Dragon. So by my opponent, when this gets integrated by your opponent's card effect, special summon a Fusion Machine. Macabre is a Fusion Machine. And then for the last extra deck, I played Megaclops, Sam's Secret Megaclops. Sorry, Sam, I forgot to give that back. But yeah, for if I have to beat over something, because you go, if I'm going second, usually I would do this, because I can go 3 XYZ monsters and just 4,000 beater, and your opponent can't really deal with it. So you just keep smacking them. So And then quickly for the side deck, I played for the local or Reaper, one of my favorite hand traps. I played Scythe and I played the Sanctums. I kind of missed Lancia, but it didn't really come up as much, which is really okay. So what interaction? So I usually side in 2 and 1, but sometimes I'm always a good player and draw this. You can literally actually send what was it? Send this off of send Intis off of Maximus, I believe, and you can do that. A quick play. Let's see. I think you can send if you. Sorry, I'm trying to think of it. Go second. Or if you go first and you set this and your opponent goes to Maximus, you can do 2 Intis since it's not your Maximus. Pop one with Intis and pop another on your opponent's side, and then your opponent can't or is locked out of the extra deck for some reason. I don't know. It's kind of weird, even though you won't be able to summon from extra deck. So, sorry. I'm not good at explaining stuff. I'm sorry, guys. 3 Reaper. No, just 2 Reaper. I like 2. It's one of my favorite hand traps, honestly, in all reality. So, it's mostly just for the mirror. If you guys want to learn how to play Dogmatika or learn from some side deck options, 3 Reaper and 3 Bell. I would definitely play with Ash in the main, but I would definitely do Reaper and Bell.
My question is, where is the 3rd Reaper?
I only played 2 because it's a local. Oh. And if for a regional wise, I would play 3 Reaper and 3 Bell. For locals, I mean, I know one other player is going to play Dogmatika, so that's why I sided this in. But I wasn't sure what build he was on. So, like, I saw the Schism, so I can go literally Winda, Construct, or Apcalone. Or not even really Apcalone, but, well, I guess I could. It's weird. You would have to time it right with Apcalone, but if you missed it or like wasn't able to, you can hit the window or you can hit the construct. I would generally just like hit the construct because you special summon a lot. So hitting the construct has the auto kill effect like Catastor if it's a special summon monster. So this is more of a threat than Window. Window is a 2200 body. You literally, if Window's on the field, you can just quick effect Fleur de Lis, special it. That's 20. You're getting over this by 300, and then Fleur de Lis 500 boost. That's 700 damage over Winda. So literally, you don't give a shit about Winda, because you're only if you know summon Reclusia, add the Fleur de Lis, special Fleur de Lis. That's your one special. Beat over. So I'm not afraid of Winda. I'm afraid of more Construct now. So yeah. So there's your explanation. But yeah, I would definitely side deck Reaper and Bell for the mirror match specifically. Reaper for the mirror, Bell for just in general.
So when regionals and YCSs start back up, you plan on putting another Reaper in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely playing 3 Reaper. That way for the mirror, even though whatever mirror you want to side for, you always have like wrong one. You always have a target.
Except for Necros, of course.
Necros, you have targets. You have Intis.
Okay.
If they play Schism, you have these. If you happen to know if they're a good player and you know they're playing the instead of Schism, or if they're playing Schism on top, you have target or Makaba. Because if they're going to be smart and like think of the mirror match, this is what they're going to do for the mirror match. If they don't side Reapers, because if they somehow don't know you're on the mirror match and they say, oh, this, you can send it of your own. Yeah, it's just if you're a good player and you're ready for the mirror match, like I am, well, more testing, you're going to have like at least 7-8 targets, which is really good. It's my favorite hand trap in the goddamn game. Nibiru, it didn't come in handy. I might side either one or all 3 out, but that's just, we have some combo at locals, so it's not really that bad. I could have played it against Matthew's Crusadia. But he made Rafflesia, but I didn't know if he drew the Gravedigger's Trap Hole, so I didn't want to take 2,000 in time. but I already won game 1 anyway within like less than 2 minutes, essentially. So I was like, okay, I literally just OTK'd him. But yeah, but just against combo, and it's fine. Like it's a light target for Winda if you don't want to use your Dogmatikas. So, or not Winda, sorry, Construct. I'm tired. I'm sorry. And then I will leave that for last. So evenly matched. I mean that it's a dead ass blowout. Like going second, you're not gonna if you can't OTK and it's okay. So the deck I'm playing is more. It can go first or second, obviously. So if you're going second, you want to base more off of a stun aspect. So that way you have the strikes, you have the punishments, you have the schism. You want to set up for the schism play to lock out your opponent for next turn. So literally, they do all their resources, you bait them out, you play the evenly matched. You everything but one card. Okay, now you can play. If you have no back row, no hand, you can literally play, and you don't care about your battle phase because it's more about the setup than the OTK most often than not. But if you can go for an OTK, you're gonna be citing like other shit for going second. So for going first, I don't know why people are sleeping on this card. This card is literally $5 as a first ad secret. I don't know why people are sleeping on it. Why are you guys to pick this up? Somebody buy this out. Literally, I will buy this out if no one else does. Because even at $5 a piece, I will buy everything. People are sleeping on this goddamn card. And if you get caught with your pants down, and you go, oh shit, I can't do anything. You're gonna see my face. Look, point the camera. You're gonna see this face and say you're a dumbass. Okay, for not buying even ultra. Get ultras. I was playing ultras. I swapped into secrets when I got them. Like this deck. Okay, facing against the little story time. Facing against the going into game 2 because game 1 took like 35 minutes. I sided this in against the Dogmatika Necros. Literally, I summoned Reclusia, searched out punishment, set 1, set strike, set judgment, pass. I didn't need to overextend. He's like, okay, discard Brio, flip, call Ritual. He's like, shit, that's a card. I'm like, yeah, no, I mean, you could even main deck this, honestly. You could literally main deck this and be fine. But, like, he couldn't really do anything. He's like, okay, normal summon Reclusia, active effect, I strike it. And he's like, you're just not letting me play the game. I'm like, yeah. Then he popped one of my punishment, which I was like, cool, can't really do anything. But, like, he stopped him for a whole turn. And guess what? If we still had time, I drew into a second D barrier. Like, he was not playing yet again. So if my next card would have been Maximus, or, like, Floor, or Reclusia, like, I think I had 2 Reclusia in hand, but just normal summon, get this, like, just so many options. Like, this deck's insane. Guys, just don't sleep on this deck. Like, okay, if you think Shadal and Invoked are good, Ritual, you have like Necros, you have Numaron now. If someone can find a Monarch build, I'll love you. Like you can mix so many decks with just Dogmatika alone. Like I think it's gonna be the new Invoked. Like I think it's gonna be just the new best deck of the format. I think it is the best deck. I think so. So don't sleep on the deck. Don't sleep on Dimensional Barrier. Reaper's a hell of a card, and so is Haunted Mansion. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully this video wasn't too long. It's probably like, 20 minutes?
19.
Okay, yeah, so let's make that 20-minute mark. Shit. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment, rate, subscribe. I'm trying to get dev videos out there, I promise. Like, everything's going good. Yeah, so comment, rate, subscribe, and make sure to... Well, I already said it, but subscribe to the Kingdom.